Hello and welcome to another episode. Today we are going to be talking to Desiree, who is a designer and also an e-commerce business owner. So, Desiree, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Desiree Faith. I go by Ray Faith as my designer name, I guess you would say. I am 31. I have a bachelor's in fashion design and another bachelor's in marketing. Been into fashion ever since I can remember, honestly. Um, I also make jewelry, things like that. I'm a huge nerd. I'm a geek too, so I don't really know what all to say, but fashion is my passion, girl. So.
Okay, you sound like a little brat doll. Didn't they used to
I
say
love
that?
the Bratz. I used to be obsessed with the Bratz when I was growing
Yeah,
up
that's
too.
why you sound like a little brat doll. Because they used to like be saying, I think they used to say it's a passion for fashion, didn't they? Like,
Yeah, yeah, they did.
oh, like that's so funny. But okay, so designer. So I guess when did you make your first like? Cause you design. So when was your first
Mhm.
like custom piece that you designed? Like what made you like not only like how some people they can just go to the store and build something with other people's
Mhm.
designs, but what made you or when did you first start to do your own custom designs?
It really all started when I was a kid. I was probably like 12, and I remember because I come from a family of like women that designed or sew, or seamstresses, things like that. Like my granny on my mom's side, she sews. She would make quilts. Her sister, which would be my great aunt, um, she's passed away back in like 2015, 2014. She was a seamstress. She actually, I'm sorry, I bumped my microphone. She actually made one of my other aunt's wedding dresses. And then
Okay.
my granny on my dad's side, she was a hat maker. So I guess it was
Your
kind of like,
own.
yeah, it was kind of already in me. And then one day I wanted to make a kimono with like a matching like top and pants. And my aunt Kareem, she was like, "Well, let's make it," and she helped me make it. I was probably like 12, and
Okay,
that's really where that was probably like my first time really sewing, other than like doing a little bit of needlework ever since I was
yeah.
like real little. But that was like the first time I actually kind of put together an outfit. That
Nice.
was.
So when like now that you're talking about that, like about kind
Mhm.
of like it being a part of like your bones and stuff like that, like a part of
Mhm.
just your blood type of thing. I love
Yeah.
stuff like that because like even me, I'm a big family person, so I was even talking to my
Mhm.
mom about like the things that I'm working on. Because I'm still a licensed esthetician, but I
Mhm.
recently started gearing more towards the marketing side, digital
Mhm.
marketing, and also, I'm a foodie traveler. So just
Yeah.
blending all that together. And
Mhm.
it's funny when I really started thinking about it, like content creation has been really like something that has like made things that you don't think of, like far as like being a designer, even a content creator, and like just different things like that.
Mhm.
I feel like me personally, I didn't feel like being a foodie traveler or a content creation creator was something that was like kind of possible in like so it was like one of those things where me personally I felt like I had to do other things in order to make it that. I don't know if that makes sense. And it was
Mhm.
making sense. And so like with my mom, she's always taking me to like food place. She built me. Is what I'm getting to
Yeah.
the point of. Like when you said it's a part, we said it's a part of your blood. I just thought
Mhm.
about my mom, how she used to take me to restaurants and show me like how to do some of the things. Now I'm teaching other people. So I just
Right.
think it's really, really important and very like I don't know. It's something about that like we're going back to our roots in a way. I feel like
Yeah.
very like it's very cool. Like
It is.
it's amazing to be able to like
Mhm.
just do the things that when you were little, at least for me, I didn't
Mhm.
think it was something I could actually do as a career, if that makes sense, and make
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
off of it.
Yeah. Same here, cause like, my dad, he means well, but he always was like, "Oh, you should be a teacher. You should be a lawyer, a nurse, maybe." And I was like, "I don't want to do none of that." I was like, I just knew, and I didn't really necessarily think of doing fashion design until I was like an adult.
Yeah.
Because I've always been an art. I was like, I am art. I'm artistic. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but this is what I am. I don't want to do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And that was such a struggle growing up because I would get in trouble because I'd be in math class drawing or something, and I should have been taking notes, but you know, got through it. But
Yeah,
yeah, it
that's
wasn't.
exactly what I'm talking about. Because
Yeah.
really, like what you were doing in class is your passion, but like the
Mhm.
way that we have to do high school and all that kind of stuff. So,
Mhm.
like even for myself, oh, and if y'all don't know, by the way, me and
Mhm.
Desiree, we actually went to the same high school, so it's
Yeah.
just like a full, like I don't want to say a 360, like most people say, a
Yeah.
180.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a
So
180.
right. So it's just really like I feel like a 180, me and you both coming on here and getting back to our roots, and then also
Mhm.
like we knew this back in high school what we wanted to do, but it wasn't the norm. It was becoming the norm. And like
Yeah.
I think about sometimes I don't regret it necessarily, but I think
Mhm.
about sometimes like, man, if I really would have got started back in the day, like
Yeah.
man, because I used to do, before we pretty much graduated, they had
Mhm.
started putting in all those different programs. In my
Mhm.
last year, they had put in radio and broadcasting, and I took it, and I was like, man, I can see it. Like I can see the
Yeah.
future in this, and now I'm
Mhm.
actually doing it. But it's just like it took, like you said, it took a while to actually get to the point of where we are.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's an eternal struggle sometimes of like old school thinking, like where you grow up, your parents tell
Mhm.
you certain things, but then also the modern world where I feel like anything is possible. Yes, you have to work
Yes.
your butt off for it, but I feel
Yeah.
like anything's possible definitely online. It's just so many opportunities, so
It is.
it's crazy.
Exactly. And it's like, back then, it's like you really, because my parents are baby boomers, so it's like they were more into the practical things that you will always need, such as nursing, law, things like that. My mom was always pushing me to do what I loved, which was art. In some way, she was like, I don't necessarily know where you're supposed to go, but she knew that fashion was my thing. I just didn't really know it until like I was like in my early 20s, whenever I went to because I was attending Mountain View Community College, and then I was like, let me take a fashion course at El Centro College, and I fell in love with it. I took a summer course, and I was like, yep, these are my people. This is where I'm supposed to be. And then my professors were like, you should go work a few like fashion events and work behind the scenes and stuff. And then I started doing more of that. I worked a lot of fashion shows, and it was it. I was like, yep.
You hook. But
Mhm.
okay, so let's talk about some of your top designs. So I personally know one of your top designs, and this maybe not be your biggest, but I remember
Mhm.
from the Barbie movie, you actually designed your own custom Barbie fit. Tell us
Yeah.
about some of your like, custom designs. What have people been like feeling over like the years, and just what have you really loved to like, design and customize?
Um, Honestly, whenever I was at university, I was huge on pants. I was like, I'm into like business, almost streetwear, but at the same time, I was like, I don't want to make no dresses. Don't ask me to. I'm not doing it. Sorry, I keep bumping my mic. I was like, I'm not doing it. But once I graduated, I was like, dang, I really like bridal. So I really want to get into bridal
Okay,
and formal wear. I'm really big on that. I'm like, I am such a girly girl. Like, I am a sucker for corsets and like the fluffy dresses or the fitted gowns, mermaid gowns. I'm a sucker for all of it. Like, man, so I'm really finding my niche. I'm trying to improve because the thing about it is that when I had my mentor, who is a big fashion designer in Dallas, her name is Liza Faye. She's from Nigeria,
okay.
and she mentored me. I had my internship with her. She's great. She's amazing. And right now she's kind of like blowing up, and I'm just so here for it. And she makes gorgeous dresses. She does like prom and all that stuff. And she was like, one thing about it is that whenever you want to make actual custom fits, you have to understand everybody's body type. Everybody's body is not the same. So she was like, when you're doing it on these mannequins that they give you in fashion school, these aren't real bodies. So she helped me like learn. to adjust to different body types. So she brought in a few other mentees that she was training that were like plus size and everything, and that really helped me. But it's also kind of hard because I'm a little person, so it's like even I feel like making clothes for people who are, like your normal heights is a little bit easier than even making clothes for myself. So I'm trying to find out. I really want to be able to make clothes for every figure. I want to make clothes for little people and average size people, people who are really tall, people who are really thick. Like my in laws, all of them are like 6 foot.
Ooh.
Yeah, because my husband, he's 6'3", and his sister is also like his height. He's got a young sister, which is like she's like I think honestly she's like 6 foot, but she thinks she's like 5'10". I'm like I think you're six, but his mom is like 6'2". So it's like I want to be able to design
Gosh,
clothes
girl,
for. I know,
tall because both of us we short, so
yeah, we tiny.
yeah, I'm like 6 foot,
Exactly.
like, and
Yep.
the sister, is she grown at that height?
Yeah, she's like 20. I think she just turned 24.
Okay, girl, I was scared. I thought you was gonna say she's like, I don't know, a kid or a teenager at that height.
No,
Woo!
no, no. She's in her early 20s.
Okay,
But
I was like, and she still got room to grow. I think they done growing. So.
yeah, I think she's as tall as she's gonna get. But they're all really tall and they're curvy. So it's like I want to design for us. I want to design for everybody, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, my thing is definitely like I love the pretty dresses. I love the really girly girl dresses. Like I'm a huge girly girl. So I want to make women feel beautiful.
I love it. I mean, women deserve to feel beautiful, so
Yep.
I like that. So, all right. So, well, also, by the way, can you tell
Mhm.
the people where to, find you, your socials, and also your website?
Yeah, yeah. So my website is rayimani.com. I also have my personal Instagram. Feel free to follow. It's just Ray REY_faith. And the same is for my TikTok and for my Ray Imani Instagram is just Ray Imani.
Okay, okay,
Ray Imani official. That's what it is.
okay. And I will also have everything linked down below so that you can check out her socials, follow her, and also shop with her. Go ahead and get your custom items because you're also teaching. Is that correct?
No, ma'am, I'm not teaching.
Oh, I thought you said you had some students or something.
No, 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 I was talking about like my mentor.
Oh,
But
girl. I was
but
like,
no,
maybe
I
I'm
mean I'm kind of like, I'll go on TikTok here and there and I'll be like how to do this or how to do that. But I haven't done that in a while. I need to start back doing it because I
okay.
really enjoy that. So
So
I'm not
nevertheless, an
teaching.
educator in your field. So yeah, but
Mhm.
girl, I'm like, maybe I'm just speaking into existence.
Yeah,
Your place.
you might be, girl. You might be.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about social media. So
Yep.
tell me, what has been your journey with social media so
Mhm.
far?
Honestly, I always just did social media basically to just keep up with people, keep up with my favorite brands. You to be funny because like my Facebook, I'm always posting like funny stuff or what's happening in the world. I usually just use it for that as well as like Instagram. I just like to update what's going on in my life a little bit. But it's just it. I'm pretty chill with social media. TikTok, I don't know. TikTok is random. I just I'd be like, I'll do fashion here and then I'll talk about anime here and then so I just really use it for fun, but I'm really trying to get into using it for branding and just keeping my store relevant, my online store relevant because you can't do it without social media now. Like it's hard. Like I know you're a content creator, but that's where I struggle is content creating. Cause then I'm just like, oh, while I'm sewing, cause I'll just be so in the zone, and I'm like, my mom will be like, hey, you need to record yourself doing that, and I'm just like, oh, I
Oh
don't
my gosh,
feel
me
like
and
it.
mom need to be friends. 'Cause when you were saying it, I was like, bro, just record yourself while you're doing it. Like,
Exactly, and then I'll be like, oh, but then I gotta stop. I gotta set up my camera, and then I gotta pause, and I just, I'm trying to get used to it though. I just need to make it to where it's like, second nature.
girl, you went to school for marketing.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, like I guess in a way hop on that because I love marketing. I
Hmm.
it's like it's fun. Like it can be fun, but it can also be stressful if you have like clients, I'm sure, or something like that. But for us,
Yeah.
or at least for myself, I find it fun because I mostly be on
Hmm.
like, YouTube and just different platforms and just tell pretty much
Hmm.
people about what I'm up to. Kind of like I feel like with content creation nowadays, I feel like it's all about the journey and just taking people with you on that journey.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
that's been my strategy lately, where like even with my podcast launching, I'm just telling people like, hey, second interview today. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, here's a picture of me at the studio, or here I just got some equipment. It's just really
Hmm.
like I say for me, just keeping people updated, showing like from this point A to
Hmm.
B to point C, and just keep going. And
Yeah.
not trying to get so held up on like strategy, because sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like if I do focus so much on that, I don't get anything done because it kind of halters me because I'm
Yeah.
thinking too much. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
but yeah, girl, I definitely suggest you get on the content. But I know you already do a lot of content. But yeah,
Hmm.
get on the content and like just record yourself, like schedule it out. And girl,
Hmm.
that's what I gotta start doing. I gotta get back on scheduling my content. I have so
Yeah.
content, like seriously.
Hmm.
But I just need to start scheduling. I personally like to try to schedule a month ahead or like 4 weeks. So
Yeah.
that's just my thing. Cause then I feel like I can relax and like
Hmm.
enjoy myself versus feeling like me personally, like I be feeling like I'm behind. It's just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
video that's coming out this week. Okay,
Hmm.
video going, like it's just like,
Yep.
okay, let's go ahead and but I get it done, but it would just be a lot easier if I just went on and just sit down and schedule everything. But that's
Yeah.
personally what I'm doing with my podcast. So I'm
Yeah.
back on track with the podcast. So I'm very, very excited about that to get back
Good.
in tune with all that.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's been a journey so far. So I did want to bring up something that we already discussed. So
Hmm.
the thing about social media is that it can make you go viral to the top, and it
Hmm.
also can just lead you to people who aren't necessarily so nice online.
Yeah.
Definitely when you go viral, I feel like
Hmm.
that's when the floodgates of just any and everybody can just start to want to gain attention off of you so that they can also try to go viral. You recently
Exactly.
had a time where somebody kind of like, said some things online that wasn't necessarily nice. Can you tell us a
Hmm.
little bit about that?
Yeah. So, me and my husband, we went on a cruise with his family, and it was really fun. And I was like, we should document our outfits for whenever we go out to dinner, or whatever. Whenever we're out, we're looking really good. So we took. It was like a 3-day cruise. It was to the Bahamas. It was so nice. And I was like, okay, let's just set it up. So we just put our camera in the same spot, did the little where I would like
The
cross
little
my leg, and then we slap hands, and then we're in a new outfit. And it was fun. We liked it. And my husband, he's kind of camera shy. So we really just, and I'm super shy too.
girl,
So we
I
were
didn't
just
like
like,
that.
let's do it.
Your
And
husband
so
was not camera shy. Girl, he did like a shimmy, girl.
I
I was
know he
like,
was really
camera
feeling
shy.
himself. So I was really happy that he was having a good time with it. So we did that, and I was not expecting to get a lot of likes because my Instagram, I had like maybe like I think I only had like 1,500 followers at
Now you
that
got
time.
like
So I was
you
like,
doubled, didn't you? You got like
yeah, I'm
3X.
like I'd say I'm getting close to 4,000 on
Yeah.
Instagram now.
Yeah, I
So
checked her socials. I was like, yeah. I was all like, she about at like you said, close to 4,000. So that's just
yeah,
it's very interesting that you said that you went from like 15 to like now pretty much like double that.
double. Exactly, a little over 2 times more. So it's like, yeah, we just posted it, and I posted it on TikTok. I didn't get as many hits on TikTok, um, but it just skyrocketed on Instagram, and I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that like at all because I don't have a whole lot of followers. So I was thinking it was just gonna be a few friends, few family members, few strangers, like, oh, cute. And wow, it blew up. We're at like on that video, we're at like I want to say the last time I looked at it, which was the other day, we were at 2.7 million plays.
Woo!
So I was like, oh, this went viral, viral. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just crazy. We got a lot of love, and then we got a lot of random hate too. And I can't even remember the guy's name who like
We don't
downloaded
even
the video.
shout
Yeah,
it.
we're not. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about him. But
Yeah.
he posted it, and a lot of people were just being mean and nasty in the comments. Some people were like, "Leave them alone." A lot of my friends, like people I grew up with, my colleagues, even my in-laws, were in those comments fighting, and I was like, people gonna be weird. People gonna be weird. I was like, some people are just, they ain't got nothing better to do.
Yeah. And then, like I
So,
said, I think it also is that some people see it as an opportunity to, like I say, to grab that attention to grow their socials. And some
yep.
people just kind of don't really care how they get that attention. Like, the old saying is, some people don't care if it's good attention or bad attention. They
Yeah.
just want attention. So I felt like
Hmm.
that's kind of what sometimes things online kind of are. Like me personally, I'm like you, definitely on my Facebook more so. That's like my place where I just is my personal
Yeah,
professional
it's just
mode.
doing fun. Yeah,
I
do
stay
whatever.
on there having fun. But
Hmm.
yeah, I just feel like that's a little bit of what it is too. Is just people. I don't know, they just want attention, and like I say,
Yeah.
all attention really isn't good attention. But it's
Hmm.
always gonna be people out there that do that kind of stuff. It just depends
Hmm.
kind of how
You
you
respond.
you said what.
I said it depends on how you respond.
Yep, how you respond
Hmm.
to it. And then also some people like, I love some good marketing and PR. So I'm like,
Hmm.
hopefully you spin it too. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And I think
And
y'all did do that a little bit where y'all
hmm
did start to spin the video and like the PR of the like the bullying online to
hmm
more of an educational side. So I
yeah.
have seen that on your socials too, where now you're a bit more educational on can you okay, I don't want to get too much away. Can you
Mhm.
tell everybody about like the reason, well, not the reason why you were bullied, but the educational side on kind of how you pivoted about you and
Yeah.
your husband, if that makes sense?
Yes, yes, I can. So, I'm classified as a little person. It's a growth disorder called Russell Silver syndrome. It's like super rare. It can range between 1 in 30,000 to 1 in 100,000 people get it, are born with it, and it's not necessarily like something that's passed on. It can just pop up at random
Okay.
in your blood in your bloodline. So, and my husband, he is actually autistic. So a lot of the comments were actually commenting where they were like, "Oh, they seem slow," or "Oh, they seem like this," and it's like, well, actually, we are in a sense classified as disabled. So I definitely use that as a time to just kind of educate people. Like, you don't really know what people have, what people are going through. And I even put on my TikTok probably like sometime last month or what I can't remember, but I was like, you have to be careful about the things you say because it can backfire and it can affect your business. Because like I was getting a lot of like weird comments about our height difference and things like that. I even had like a few people comment on even my feet, which you could barely see in the video. So I was like, y'all are really zooming to see. And I was like, this because I have a curvature in my foot and it's part of my growth disorder. So like along with this growth disorder can come with like scoliosis. You can't fully extend your elbows, your arms. You know, your body is like asymmetrical instead of completely symmetrical. Like one shoulder is higher than the other, that type of thing. So,
Okay.
people were pointing out all these weird things that I guess they would see as flaws or even insecurities. And I was like, I want y'all to know I'm not insecure about anything. I've been in this body 31 years now. So I know what my body looks like and I've accepted it a long time ago. So it's like things that people felt that they would be upset about if it was them, they would think that I would be upset about it. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm okay with this. And my husband is very confident in his autism. And I had to make it clear to these people, like, yeah, yeah, people are different. And that's okay. But, y'all are being a little strange about it. Because bless his heart, he was like, at first, when he saw some of the comments, he was really upset for a little bit. Well, not a little bit, more like 10 minutes, like, because he'll stay upset and then he'll get over it. He'll move on. And he was like, you know what? Who cares? And I was like, right?
Cause he was getting in that video, girl.
I know.
He was
I was
getting,
like, he was
he
moving.
was feeling himself in it. Like, girl, it
Yeah,
was like a little shimmy. He was like,
yeah. He doing a
I
little
was like,
body roll and
okay.
everything.
I was like, okay, I like this. Like, he was feeling
Yeah.
himself, girl, and I was
Hmm.
here for it. Like, it just,
Yeah.
y'all were just having fun. You know what I mean? Y'all were just having a
Exactly.
good time living y'all life and just
Hmm.
documenting online. So I just hate that negative things do come, but I know it is also a part of, the world and being a part of social media. But I also feel like it is important to, like, know how to not let things on the internet get to you. But I do
Hmm.
like that how you, like, how we were describing how you kind of pivoted to, like, educating people a little bit more, and
Hmm.
telling that side a little bit more, because, like, to me personally, I usually always say this: nobody is perfect out there. It is something wrong
Yeah.
with everybody. Like,
Yep.
trust me, if you dig deep,
Hmm.
you will find something that is wrong with you. So I'm like, if
Yep.
it's mental health, if it's, like, even physical, like you said,
Yeah.
it's just different things. But I feel like everybody has something going on. So I feel like
Hmm.
if you keep that in mind, I feel like it should, like, I don't know if the word is humble you, but just kind of make you more aware that, like you said, you never know what is going on with people. Say your RSS is pretty rare. Is that
Oh yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's very rare. It's like it ranges from 1 in 30,000 to 1 in 100,000. So a lot of people, uh, it's just super rare. A lot of people don't have it, but there's a lot of us. There's a few of us that do, and we're very small. I think the average height for a man with RSS is like 4'11", and the average height for a woman is like it can range between 4'5" and 4'7". So I'm like literally smack dead in the middle.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
But
it's like, yeah, I just people just have to understand that, and people have to be aware that certain things that they say, I'll be like, y'all are trying to be funny, but somebody else might see that, and that then your business is out there, or
yeah,
your business takes a negative hit because you're bullying from your business page. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I saw a few of those people were trying to bully me from their business pages, and I was like, that's not very smart, but okay.
right. Like, okay, you bold with it, huh?
Right, you real bold. I think you
Right? You
forgot
want
you're on your business
everybody to
page.
know what your feelings
Right.
are. Like, definitely in this world, how things are. Like, baby,
Hmm.
it's better to be what they say, like Canada, to be neutral. Like, I
Exactly.
say
I
nothing and
just
stick to business.
exactly. I'm just like, really, people are gonna do what they want to do, but I'm just like, yeah, I think it's important to remember that, you know, you don't have nothing nice to say. It's just best not to say it and to just keep it moving. But people are gonna want to be mean and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, but I think one thing about becoming an influencer or just being on social media, period, if you have a small to little or I'm sorry, a little to large following, regardless, you got to have a tough exterior because people are just going to be mean. Like, that's one thing that will never stop. Some people are going to be very nice, some people are going to be mean. There's just, you
It's
just,
always gonna be that way. So yeah,
yeah,
you
it's
have to
always
make
going to be that way.
sure that you're aware of. I'm not gonna say the consequence, just aware of what can go wrong. Like, a lot of, like, that's why I wanted to do this episode. A lot of people always talk about the good of going viral. They can't wait to go viral, but a
Hmm.
lot comes with going viral.
Yep,
You're, like, you know what I mean? You're letting just any and everybody, like, kind of like you're viral, so more people's eyes are on you. So I felt
exactly.
like this was very, very important, because I feel like not a lot of people talk about the negative sides of going viral. Everybody
Oh,
wants
yeah.
it, but it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, it can. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm always been a little self cautious whenever I'm out in public because I am a little person, so I get plenty of stares, especially from children, because they're like, this is clearly not a child, but what's wrong with you? So it's like I get a bunch of stares from adults and children, And it's so funny because my in-laws are not used to it. My family is used to me getting stared at, it's like it's always have been. But my in-laws are not used to it. So when we go on vacation and people are staring, my sister-in-laws are just like like what? Like what are you looking at? And I'm just like, please calm down. It's so funny. And my sister is the same way. They're very protective, but it's like I'm kind of used to people's eyes on me, but it's just it was weird when people were getting mean about it. I was like, that's crazy, but okay.
Yeah, because like I said, it's different from what you were saying, where like it's kind of local in a sense, like
Mhm.
what you're used to, but this is like it's worldwide. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like people aren't in front of you because the thing is that nobody is saying anything crazy to me in person because I'm like, y'all don't I'm small and y'all are not bold enough to do it, number one. But it's like you people who are bold enough to say things to people in person, I'm just like, you have to be ready because you just never know what somebody is on or the people that they roll with. But you can do that online. People feel like they're safe behind their computer screens or their phone screens. So it's like, oh, they feel like they can get away with it. And it's
Oh
like you might, and then you might not. So you just got to tread lightly. But
yeah,
like I said, people gonna do what they want to do.
they are. They really, really are.
Hmm.
So, all right. So far we talked a little bit about socials. We talked about online, the ups and downs of being viral,
Hmm.
and also your business. Like I said, I will have her business down below. I want to know
Hmm.
what is the future for you. What can we expect from you?
Well,
What projects are you working on, or like let us
well,
into.
projects that actually, I'm taking on like some clients now. I'm actually finishing up with my, I've had clients before, but I didn't consider them clients. I was just like, oh, somebody wants me to make them a skirt or a dress or something. But, I never like took it there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But now I'm just like, I want to bring on clients. I want to make dresses. I want to do more.
Yeah.
So my first client, I'm actually making her a suit, and it's almost done. That's actually part of it back there.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Okay, we're
yeah,
getting a little exclusive right now.
yeah, y'all get me exclusive,
But
but
like
yeah.
I said, I understand what you're saying about like it's that mindset of like
Mhm.
not taking it serious, kind of like what we were talking about earlier of like not taking the online business, the creator business, because I feel like we're
Mhm.
both in that creator business,
Yeah.
but not taking it serious before. But now
Mhm.
it's like no, like this is serious, and now it has
Yeah.
to bring in income for me, and I
Mhm.
want to make. Nobody wants to be a starving artist. That's what it really comes down to.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't. I like
I
to eat.
don't. Like, I got too many dreams. I want to go to too many places. I can't be a starving artist.
So I feel like nowadays a lot of content creators, like I say, you do an e-commerce business and you're also a content creator design. I
Mhm.
feel like all just it's all infused together. But I
Yeah.
feel like I was telling somebody like, content creation and stuff is not necessarily I've enjoyed it for fun in the past, but now
Mhm.
I feel like it has to make sense for my
Exactly.
business. And I think that's what you were saying a little bit before. It's like, you've been doing it for a while, but now it kind of has to make sense for your business. Now you're like in a mindset of actually making it a business and like, okay, I want
Exactly.
clients now. Okay,
Mhm.
what's the next steps and really
Ex-
making it something that you
Yeah.
can live off of and provide for your family because that's really what it comes
Exactly.
down to.
Exactly. It has to be your content creating now has to be like intentional. It's
Yes.
when it and that's where I get caught up. But it's like for the future though, I definitely want to take on more clients. I want to take on a bride. I
Oh,
really want to get a bride soon. Maybe if not this year, for sure the beginning of next year. I don't know. I'm actually working on another. I'm working on two clients right now. One
nice.
I'm almost finished with, and the other one I'm really getting started with. We actually just did a fitting today, and I was really happy to know that the top I made that goes to her dress fit her almost perfectly. It just needs to be tweaked up a few, and then I can like really dive into it. So
Okay.
it's like, and it's gonna be a really pretty dress. It's like kind of fluffy, like the really girly dresses that I love. So I'm just like, I want
Excited.
to for future. I want to definitely cement myself in like formal wear and bridal.
Okay. So when you said that you're wanting a bride, like this is
Mhm.
your chance, you shooting your shot right now to somebody. Are you
I
looking
guess
at
I
a
am.
local bride, like near
Uh-huh.
Dallas? Are you like
Mhm.
kind of like where do you see yourself? Like I said, we shoot you shooting your shot right now.
Yeah.
So hey, listen out, future brides.
Yeah, if it's like Dallas Fort Worth area or Navarro County, that's kind of where I stay. Um, Around the Dallas area, even Denton, I'm shooting my shot. If anybody is looking for a bridal dress, or evening gowns, things of that nature, hit me up and we can do a call or something.
So is this something that you kind of want to work on, like, because I feel like with a wedding dress or somebody like that, like I feel like you have to really get to know them, like how
Mhm.
to design a dress for them for their day, and also to
Exactly.
document that. I feel like that would definitely be a good like part of your content is documenting, like the bride and like
Mhm.
I love seeing your content. Like I said, that Barbie outfit it did really, really great online and it looked really, really good. So I really enjoy seeing you document like you designing your outfits and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Any
Yeah.
collaborations coming up or anything like that? I can see you collaborating or like I don't know. I just envision you like kind of like you said, like you were doing the runways and stuff. Do you have any dreams of like doing that in the future?
So like one of my colleagues that I met at Texas Woman, she modeled for me whenever I was doing a collection for a natural hair fashion show, and loved her, kept up with her since. She I think she resides in Miami, and she was doing a swimwear line, so I was like really excited for her. And then she took it there. She went to New York Fashion Week, and I
Ooh.
was like, "What?" I was so proud of her, and that inspired me so much because I've always been a huge fan of fashion shows. Like, I'll keep up with like Fashion Weeks, New York Fashion Week, Haute Couture Fashion Week. Whenever Victoria's Secret was doing the fashion shows, I was like, "I'm watching it." I'd be glued to the TV. So I definitely want to have my own fashion brand. I don't want to just be like per se a seamstress. Seamstresses are very important, so I'm not knocking them at all because we need them. We need clothes that fit. We need dresses. We're always going to need fashion. People don't realize that fashion is an essential part of being a human, you know.
It
So
is.
I'm like, exactly, but I don't want to just do where I'm just like making, just simple things out of my house. I want an actual studio. I want a fashion brand. I want to do fashion week, maybe even haute couture fashion week one day. My mom is always telling me. My mom is actually manifesting. Like she's been speaking it into existence for me. She's like, "You're going to Paris Fashion Week, so you need to do this." Or she'll be like, "You need to record your content. You need to do this. You know you're gonna do Paris Fashion Week." And I'm like, "I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but okay." She's
I
been
love
keeping it
your
up with me. I
mom.
know,
I
I love her
love
too.
people who like encourage you. Like I feel like that's very, very important. Because
Yes,
like me personally, I have my parents, my dad. He is the one who like, my dad. He's the person who I talk to about business a lot. He has more
yeah.
of that. I feel like entrepreneurship is on the rise, but I feel like also it's something
Mhm.
new in a way that makes sense. As far as like
Yeah,
our generation, I feel like in the past it wasn't really I feel like I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't something that was normal. You know what I'm saying? Now
yeah,
entrepreneurship is something that I feel like a lot of us are branching more into, which I
yeah,
absolutely love. But
yeah.
I feel like it's important to be able to express yourself and do different things like that, and to find your own way and your own passion to it. But I
Yes,
feel like I love how our parents are motivating us to be able to do that, to put us in the mind space and like to let us know that it's possible. I feel like that makes
exactly.
the biggest difference to know that
Yep.
something is possible instead of like you can't do something. It's like
Mhm.
the world is limitless. Just go after what
Exactly.
that you really want,
Mhm.
and you can get it if that's really what you want. And sometimes that does change, but that doesn't mean
Mhm.
that you can't still go after it. So I find
Exactly.
that like your mom and like even my dad and even my mom, not to
Mhm.
take my
Yeah,
mom out of the equation, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like those type of people are very, very important to just keep you that. the world isn't small. You know what I'm saying? The world
Exactly.
is as big as you want it to be. You just have to
Yep.
go after it. The worst somebody
Yep.
say, I always say, is no. So
Exactly.
shoot your
And
shot.
it's like my mom, my husband, my sister, really my whole family, they're always kind of hyping me up. My in-laws too. And it's like my sister, she'll get so frustrated with me because one thing I do suffer from is like imposter syndrome. I'll be like, can I really do this? Am I really this good at it? And my sister will be like,
Yeah,
she gets so mad. She'll be like, I'm sick of you doubting yourself. She's like, get up and do it. Just do it.
yeah,
And I'm like, all right. So, and then I'll do it. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And she's like, been saying that. So it's like, it's really all about the people you surround yourself with. And it really helps when you have a really good support system in your family and the people that, become your family. It'll really it gives you the energy you need to kind of like keep going and keep moving. Because it's like, I'll look at like my sister and her husband and the kid and their kids and my husband. I'm just like, I want to be like my parents, my grandparents. I look at them and I'm like, I want to be able to afford y'all. I want to be able to do something nice for y'all, take y'all somewhere, one day. Like, I want to be able to just treat them to something because they all are such a big push, and they're everything. They're
yeah.
my heart.
That's
They make my world.
why you are who you are. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That motivation and also that belief in you. Like that's the reason why you feel comfortable and like I also feel like you are able to because you are able to go after your dreams. So
Yeah.
it is important to pay back people like that, and not in the words of like paying people back like money wise, just showing your
Yeah.
appreciation. Like thank you for believing me. Thank you
Mhm.
for not like you said. Sometimes our parents they don't necessarily know what it is. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
a lot of online stuff nowadays. They don't know
Hmm.
what it is, but they know you can get it done. Like
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
yeah, so I really love
Hmm.
this conversation. I think that you have a lot of things that are going to be coming in the future. More clients, we're manifesting more clients, or we're manifesting a fashion show, fashion week, whatever the things that you are looking for. I feel like this podcast is definitely going to help you get like to find people and connect with people and just show your
Hmm.
journey so that you just never know who's watching this. They may have
Exactly.
always wanted to get into fashion and design and just, you know what I mean? Just never really
Hmm.
thought about it too deeply. You just never know. Cause I watched the podcast recently. It had like maybe like 9 views. And
Hmm.
a lot of people they think like more views, but I sometimes love the ones that are lower because sometimes they be spitting more facts or more truths or just more information than some of the ones that have lots of views. So you just
Exactly.
never know just even if you connect with one person, I feel like it
Yeah.
makes a difference.
Exactly. You could change everything.
Yeah,
Just that one person.
it is very, very true. But I
Hmm.
want to thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, you can definitely check out all her socials online. The links will be down below. So definitely shop with her. She has wonderful, wonderful custom jewelry and also custom designs. So is there anything
Yeah.
you want to say before we leave?
No, just thank you so much for having me and letting me babble on.
Right, girl. We both was babbling on.